Well, we will get an interview with Dutch
people.
I don't know who are they. It's just stuff.
Or to ask you about your work, or especially about your work.
Kilo.
What is
Dann eine direkte Frage an dich. Wie aktiv wie aggressiv
Yes. I don't
soll
think
es
I've had
sein?
any problems here. You mean in Moscow, or?
Yes.
It has all been very interesting. And it's my first time to Russia, and I'm really amazed about all these beautiful buildings and the schools, and they're so well equipped. Even the Danish schools, they are not that well equipped. So it has just been a wonderful trip.
Yes. So. Sorry. So I can understand you like Russia.
Oh yes, I do.
As you are from
Denmark.
Denmark. Our tis.
Do you know Scandinavia?
Yes.
Yes. It's the most southern country of the Scandinavian countries, just by the German border.
And what is your work related? Yes.
Yes.
And what's your special?
I work in the marketing department. Yeah, and that is where we develop brochures, we develop products, and we take pictures of the products so that you can sell them.
So it's my friend.
Okay,
Yes.
aber dann wissen wir auch, dass
Hi, how are you
das
doing?
schon im Januar. Okay, aber das werden wir dann später
I
machen.
want
Wir
to
sprechen
know.
im Dezember.
What is it?
Das müssen wir machen.
Will you make a new constructors for big hands? My big hands. Yeah.
Make a construction for big hands.
Yeah.
Oh, we have the Lego Soft. Are they big enough?
Dann will ich auch aggressiv sein.
Soft bricks,
Freunde,
it's
das war nur
a Lego
das
brick this
Einzige.
size.
Very much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Und das heißt auch. Are you still there? I don't know how much was talked, but Henning, according to Henning, they sounded quite sincere and wanted to have an offer right away if possible. He was really impressed by it. He will be at work again Sunday.
Yeah.
So is it?
Yeah.
This is interesting.
This is the Duplo bricks, which can be used with children from about 1.5
You-
years.
Can we help you?
And then up to
Have you seen some of the?
about 5-6
we
years
have
old.
our school
Yes.
what?
Yeah.
This
Okay.
From 1.5
this sets.
to
Okay.
5-6 years
And
old.
also the rope lab you have seen. Yeah.
Brother.
All
Okay.
sets that we can buy now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The premium is
Because small
serious,
Lego bricks like we were looking at
invitation. You
before.
can buy
Little children,
Yeah, I know
they cannot
in
handle
Russia
them.
too.
Yeah.
It's just too small.
Yeah, again, I mean, as my knowledge about the order organization is, I mean, if they believe in the principle and the concept of, and the way of teaching in that way, well, then it's a go for it. This is very
Not sure,
fundamental.
yeah, this one they
Of course.
cannot now.
Yes.
They won't
Investment
use it.
is,
Yeah. And it's actually
questionable.
made
The
so that
science paper
to
still
make
has-
sure
as
that
I
they
understand,
cannot get
really
into the
something
program. So
that
they
that
go
one
through
all
all
believes
these.
in then
Okay.
you are
They've
really
been through all these
doing
safety
things
checks.
in order
You
to
see
Now
that
we
they're actually
report,
too big to
as
swallow,
a serious project and
but they cannot get hurt with it.
My brother
work for this
also
project
used
now.
He has this.
It's
Yeah.
named
Want me to put it?
Technology for All. It's a project for grades from
So
5 to
doctor
9.
is
Yeah.
learning technology
It's
for
basic
pupils.
technology
Yeah.
tools for
We have products from 0 years of age.
four countries.
That is what we call the big primo.
Israel,
And that's very
Russia,
big blocks for children or babies.
England.
Because they can
Other
only recognize maybe
Also
the
South
colors.
America.
And it's very big so it fits
No.
their hands.
But I believe there are some
And they
other,
can
I think
stack
Argentina,
Argentina,
They don't
yeah.
build.
Brazil also, or Chile, I can't remember.
Psychologists.
I'm not the one dealing with those markets, but I have a colleague
Special
sitting next
cars
to me, he
which are
said,
very dangerous
And,
for
I
children. You don't use
developer
No.
here.
We check that every product is safe and they have to go through a whole criteria of checks to make sure that the child does not get hurt.
It's
So the thing that will happen,
But
I mean,
they
I don't know how
should
much.
work only in solo and they can work also in group.
Yes,
Yes?
how
that's
much
what we
IT
try to do, to make sets that are big enough for 4 to 6 children at least
break,
to play
which of
together,
course
to work around
enables you
this
to
concept.
have computer control,
Very good.
just like you have with the
It's funny.
what is
Yeah.
this? With the
They actually
control
learn,
and the
you
interface
develop the
box.
language because you have
You are
to
of course wireless.
cooperate
But
with other
what will
children.
happen with the next step is
Yes,
actually
exactly.
that with the
Very
next software
important skill.
version, which is
And
kind of an add-on,
This
very
is
much
No,
related
this
to
is
what's
not.
secondary.
This is not a Lego
You will
product.
actually be capable
But
of,
it is excellent with Lego products. You can use
you
the
will make
cars, you can
specific
actually
activities
train
for
your
data
traffic
lock.
skills.
Yeah.
There
Or you
you
have
will
to
so
stop
to say
wanting
make
to
your
walk.
own
Yes.
instrument,
Yes.
Definitely
data
one of
logging
the
instrument.
themes.
Thereby, for example,
captain.
imagining
Yeah.
you program the RCX with some sensors. You want, for example, to measure how is the development in the temperature. So you do the programming and you take
What are you doing?
your instrument away from the computer.
Kind of what
You
are
start
you doing?
executing the program, for example,
Oh,
when
put
school
in
shuts
your
down,
face,
then
put
in
in
the
your
morning
face.
or whenever class should start,
And
you take,
And what?
you upload the information into the computer.
So
you
they can also
process
play
it
like
and everything.
In new software, new version software, you can.
It will come in the next version that comes next year. And
Remember
you
to
take
go
it
the right way
stepwise,
around
because
in the
again,
roundabout.
This is a very different
Oh,
version.
gosh.
So computer control is one thing,
Yeah.
and one needs to have a basis established there in order to learn and know how the programming is with these icons. And then, of course,
Yeah,
it's
but
the
this
same
version
things.
will have to talk to
It's
them.
the same icons that are being used, but it is still at a different level in the data logging part.
Electricity.
So of course the data logging will still have the same control elements, but it is specifically aimed for those who do scientific
Combine gears, how to
experiments and
work.
studies.
Add electricity, computers, programming.
And there, of course, I mean,
So this is, of
you have some
course,
things.
video. And then focus on the easier steps and then build from there. So it is a whole system that actually goes from 0 years of age to about 18.
Ah, this is our friend. It's also my brothers.
Into computer.
Of course.
Yeah.
Is
What was his name again?
be possible
Kujava.
in new version.
Kujava.
I mean, the
Yeah.
control that you can, of course,
Very good hairs.
all the,
Yeah.
the
Cute fellow.
processing and analysis where, I mean, it is possible to go further and also with the possible to integrate and have the solar and you have capacitor again, certainly you can make experiments.
What about a new?
I'll be presenting some new ideas
you
that
are
we have been,
presenting.
yeah, some new ideas that we have been working on.
Вы будете переводить?
Excuse me.
So hopefully they will like it.
Excuse me for my bad English.
No, it's very good.
Прежде всего, Сюзан хочет поблагодарить за нас, ну, имеет в виду организацию, за возможность приехать сюда и выступить перед нами, и приглашает нас всех принять участие в этом семинаре.
And of course, if you have any questions on through the presentation, my name is Suzanne. Just shout my name, and I'll try and answer your questions.
Сюзан представилась, сказала, что ее зовут Сюзан, и сказала, что если у вас есть какие-то вопросы, то задавайте, пожалуйста, прямо по ходу. Обстановка неформальная.
I'm in the Lego Doctor marketing department, and we're responsible for developing new products and project ideas, which is the reason why I'm here today. And we do that in very close cooperation with teachers. I'm not a teacher. I have a bachelor degree in business administration.
Сюзан работает в Лего Дакте в отделении маркетинга. Она занимается, не самостоятельно разрабатывает, но участвует в разработке проектов, имеет при этом общение с учителями, которые эти проекты, принимают участие в разработке этих проектов и используют их. Она сама является бакалавром.
So everything we develop is done in cooperation with teachers and tested very carefully to make sure that nothing will go wrong. No child will get hurt.
Извините, позвоните мне через полчаса.
Paul, I don't know if you can translate it or... Oh, I forgot the last part that I said. Oh, never mind. I'll just talking about some products that we have developed.
Она хочет рассказать о некоторых продуктах, о некоторых материалах, которые они разработали.
For a few years ago, there was a lot of text material in the Data products.
В течение нескольких лет они разработали целый ряд материалов.
But that stopped because in some countries they said we don't want this. The kindergarten and preschool.
Then you start again.
Нет, ну вы закончите эту фразу, которую я начала, потому что я не могу так быстро.
Без такой поддержки. А сейчас вот как бы они
Наоборот, нужны.
что в них потребность возникла, и они вот их разработали.
Окей, спасибо.
But now there has been requests from the markets that the teachers would like some guidelines to structure the play or the teaching. They don't only want free play anymore, they want structured teaching.
Ага. Значит, ну вот сейчас потребности рынка таковы, что в этой области уже менее потребна просто свободная игра, а больше потребность в таких структурированных преподаваниях, структурированных, то есть введенным в некоторые специальные программы.
We started this last year with some project cards for a product called Tulu. I'm not sure if you have it here, but we actually have some cards where the 6 of the cards are where you have a story. I don't know if you all understand this, because I don't know if we need to translate it. Where it starts out with a geographic point. You can actually talk about geography. Here it could be the Grand Canyons. This little Tulu family, traveling with a box of Tulu, comes to a canyon and they have to cross it. How do we do this? So here we have a problem-solving situation. Then at the back side of the card,
Значит, на этих картах изображены некоторые ситуации, картинки и какие-то проблемы, которые нужно каким-то образом разрешить.
at the back side is one solution to the problem.
И на обратной стороне предлагается решение одной из проблем.
Одно из решений, возможно, решение.
And this is the use of this Tulu box that the family has with them, and of course alternative materials. And this is all material that are already in the kindergarten.
Ну и предлагается, как всегда, как традиционно у лего-дакты, они предлагают использовать много дополнительных материалов, которые в детском саду легко подбираются, используются так вот с подручных средств, там, природные материалы, обрезки бумаги, там, ткани и так далее.
So we have 6 of these storytelling and problem-solving cards, and then there's 6 cards where they have a real-life model, and then they should build it with Tulu. So for some kids this is very difficult, having the real-life model and then actually build it into a 3D model. And here's only one example, and of course no model will be wrong.
Значит, на этой карточке имеется на двух сторонах реальная, так сказать, картина и модель.
And this has actually been...
Я иногда проваливаюсь.
Нет, я проваливаюсь гораздо чаще, поскольку я вижу, что здесь все-таки некоторые специальные материалы, не просто...
The Duplo Basic and the Lego Basic.
Да, основное лего и основное дупло. Дупло. Есть вот такие вот карты, их 8 штук конкретно в этом наборе.
And we've tried to develop the card
Чтобы задействовать большее количество детей в работе с этим набором, ну и одновременно, чтобы это было в соответствии с учебным планом, который полагается в этот возраст. Насколько я понял. Не всю фразу понял, к сожалению. Предлагается ее решить. А про желтые about yellow card?
yellow cards. The yellow cards are...
Большой проектной работы, которая позволяет объединить несколько групп работающих детей.
Чтобы они работали в группе от 2 до 4 человек.
Молодец.
Слушай, может ты переводи будешь? Давай. Я серьезно, я не шучу.
How we have built the cards is that the teacher gets, or the children can look at it as well, of course, is a picture, a real life picture that kind of introduces the subject.
Ну, обычно вот на этих.
So they could introduce the subject talking about plants. What do they
Что
live
позволяет
on?
ввести, начать разговор, такую отправную точку для разговора дает.
And maybe go to a greenhouse, make an excursion.
Greenhouse это оранжерея.
Оранжерея, да.
And then they could build their own greenhouses in the kindergarten and actually put plants into them. What we recommend is try to build a greenhouse with light cellophane so that it's actually white, looks like glass, and one with dark. And where does the plant grow best?
Вот, ну, там они модели.
One white.
It will be black and white. It is for the teacher to see the structure of the project.
Обратная сторона в черно-белом стиле.
Material, and one is the building project, and the third phase is actually playing or living or running around in this hall. Try to cover the curriculum globally. We have divided the cards into 4 categories, I would call it.
То есть они старались объять.
About family, relations, what is very close to them.
Yeah.
Where we include living creatures and, of course, like plants, nature, and geography.
Вторая.
We talk about the physical world, where you have color, shape, size, all these matters.
Окружающего нас мира, вернее, те стороны, там, касающиеся формы предмета, цветов, там, таких базовых элементов, которые требуются в детском саду детьми изучить. Это там в элементарные основы, которые тоже в детском саду.
Probably all tell from this is that we have tried to make the project cards very broad, and we cover a large curriculum. It can be put in many places. In cards, so that they can fit into curriculum in different places. You can talk about, there's one maybe about traffic, there's one about plants and geography.
Ну, судя по всему, какой страны?
But a lot of the themes go through all countries. Traffic is in curriculum in every country, but maybe for different grades.
And also as
Ideal curriculum.
Yeah.
Big ideal curriculum.
Yeah.
And also as you are very much willing to use such kinds of support material, and in order to try and offer something that is interesting, not specifically developed for your purpose and not usable in France or in England, we are suggesting with the ideas, so you can go, I mean, if you say traffic, maybe you want to go further into details into traffic, while they don't want to do that in Germany. So again, you could say, call it ideal curriculum, but again, we have a saying, think global, but act local.
Понятно. Короче говоря, если можно, то есть программа, о которой говорит Сьюзан, очень...
That you have attended here, I mean, you are documenting some of the work, how you're using it, which is also, to some degree, further than what we have developed earlier also.
На примере вот тех дипломов, in this diploma.
To the teacher, some of the cards they might find too easy, but then again it's very easy for the teacher to take it one step further and make it a bit more difficult. Or maybe the other way, make it a bit easier for the smaller kids or children to work with it.
Они достаточно универсальны, чтобы...
Why is it so important that we use Lego? And one of them is the motoric skills, and that one is very obvious, that the children actually develop their motoric skills by putting the bricks together, maybe having to add alternative material, which might be very difficult.
Ну, вот если...
One is language development, because here children work in groups. Of course they have to communicate about this project, and they have to live out the roles that they have in this project. So language development is a very important skill as well. And again here, that the projects require that the children actually work together, will automatically develop their social skills.
И эти коммуникации автоматически...
Skills, of course, in order to work together on a project, the children have to make their rules of how to cooperate. If they don't have rules, I don't think the project will ever finish. And cognitive skills, the children have to go out and explore, and they have to discover things for themselves. Been through the one with the greenhouse, so I'm not going to say anything more about that one. But the game-like activities, I think we might want just to have an example of what it is. This one, you see two girls looking in a mirror. Again, it's a real-life picture, trying to set the scene. What is this about? And here we ask the children for the game-like activities to start with an active activity. So here we say, well, the children can try and stand in front of each other and mirror each other. If one raises the hand, the other one has to raise the hand as well. We ask for the young children, they can just sit in front of each other and actually build the same model. If one takes this brick and put that one on top, the other one has to do the same thing, mirroring again. They have to use their language and explain what they do. The Lego basic cards are built basically the same way, it's the same structure, so it's easy for the teacher to use the Duplo cards, and then they would know exactly what to do with the Lego basic cards. Project ideas. One is housing at homes.
Одна из них это о домах, о доме, ну как вещи.
And the first thing is that we want the children to think about what kind of houses do we have. Maybe bring a picture of their own house, maybe their room, a sequence of the project that the teacher can follow.
На обратной стороне карточки черно-белая картинка, изображающая порядок действий, которые должен учить.
Gravity. And gravity? What do you call it?
Ah,
Sorry.
a slide.
Yeah.
I think it's a slide.
And it could be a hill. Ask the children to try and run downhill. Why does it feel like the legs move automatically? Lego bricks, they can actually build a long ramp and then build their own cars and see, does it make a difference if I put bigger wheels, if it's a heavy or a light car that I drive? The project is all in the teacher's guides. I can only tell you that it's very new. That's why I have this lousy copy with me. It will be the same quality.
Blue and basic cards will be available in just 1 month's time.
Cards. The near environment would be card 1 and 2. And for many teachers, it might be the logical starting point. It does not come with any books, but you can use them with any Lego Duplo Basic or any Lego Basic box.
Again, I would like, please translate.
Lego collection.
И даже для школы это.
This kind of material, support material, was not actually wanted by some customers in some countries, just as well as some countries didn't want to have the storage solutions either. They found they were paying money for something they didn't want it. Still offer empty boxes if you want to use these storage solutions, just as well as you can buy this separately. So, for example, a school who might be buying, let's say, 3 pieces of the same set, but they will only need one of these. Having this system, you get, of course, much more bricks and elements compared to how it was earlier. So we have improved our offer to you and make it as a modular system where you can tailor-make it both to the budgets, but also the need that you have. This storage solution away from the very specific technology products that are being used in the schools, because there it's very used and valued by everybody that we have this easy storage solution right away.
Ну вот он говорит, что все-таки для технологий...
The teachers materials exist now for preschool, for kindergarten.
This we have only started to develop, so Tula was the first, so now we have 2 more. So basically it's only 3. There's always been inspiration material in the boxes, but not structured.
Like this one.
Yeah. So now we're starting to making a more structured approach.
Ну вот они...
I would also like to mention that with the catalog that we are making for the next year, the activities and the use of Dr. in the school and also some small suggestions will take up even more space than today, because we want to focus less in the catalog on the products itself, instead putting them in the back with the price points and 60 elements and so on, and more focus upon the importance, the use. So hopefully also there will be some inspiration inside here.
Ну вот он говорит про то, что не столько показывать.
Call it early childhood idea catalog.
Вот, но они его уже больше не называют просто каталогом или брошюрой, а они называют его сборником идей по работе со школьниками.
We want it to be a kind of a booklet that you take and look at from time to time, and maybe get some new ideas and inspiration, besides the plenty of work that you have been doing for a long time already with Dr.
Вот, и
Has been put into diploma work, and a lot of it you're already doing it now, but not all teachers are this creative, so it has just been very nice being here, and I hope that I can bring home a lot of ideas.
Ну, Светлана говорит, что она была сегодня в 2 школах, и с удивлением и удовлетворением обнаружила, что учителя делают довольно много интересного, и большое количество идей она увидела, и посмотрела на дипломные работы учителей, которые учителя защищали, и там действительно есть много интересного материала, и все это она будет пытаться обдумывать, анализировать и приведет весь материал в Дакту. Но все-таки не все учителя столь творческие и так продуктивно работают, поэтому основной массе учителей нужен какой-то материал для того, чтобы подталкивать к этой деятельности. Yeah, we agree with this, but we should say that in Moscow and in Russian schools there are very many teachers who they started to work with materials and have some basic first ideas. They developed a lot.
In some European countries, the teaching is so because some of the ideas I might think, well, I started there, but some other country have something similar. Of course, if we use some material directly, original.
Like the diplomas, I mean,
Yeah.
that is obvious. The author.
Ну вот, конечно, если мы будем...
Of course, we will try everything we can to honor this.
Вот, ну, for example, for 53.
Yes.
Do you have plan to discontinue it, or do you have plan to include it in the future catalog? So what happens with it? Because we didn't find it is in the last catalog.
It's a little bit funny. It's not displayed in this catalog because, from our point of view, this is regarded as a school product. Because it has been specifically being developed for school. So that's why we are not displaying it in the assortment that we specifically aim towards the kindergartens and preschools. And
Он говорит, что это очень интересная история, потому что этот набор они считали, когда и разрабатывали его специально, и считают, что он, в общем, создан для школы, а не для детского сада, не для дошкольников. И поскольку каталог специально представляет продукты для дошкольного образования, то они его туда не включили.
it is still in the assortment, and at the moment I don't know of any plan of when this product will leave the assortment.
Да, и
But so far there are no plans for it.
он по-прежнему производится, и Гвида ничего не знает о том, чтобы кто-то хотел бы перестать его производить. Таких планов пока нет.
Okay?
Если я правильно поняла, что
This is again because of our structure, but with the robolet that we launched actually late last year, and the eLab just this year, we have produced catalogs in order to highlight these huge novelties. So there we have actually catalogs, and actually I have some in my suitcase to
But
INT.
those are connected to the concept,
Exactly.
not with the whole range.
Да. Ну вот Гвида говорит, что в связи с появлением новых наборов, вот RobLab и eLab, они издали некоторый каталог, посвященный именно этим продуктам и тому, что вокруг не существует. Но действительно и эти каталоги...
England, yes.
Okay. Yeah, so we also feel that we should publish our own Russian
Yeah,
catalog.
and we have been
Full
speaking
price,
about this. Yes,
and
yes.
So we need some slides. And
So.
Yeah, we practically prepared it, and so
Yeah, I know
we'll
that.
put new products
Yeah.
inside.
Okay. Further questions? It's late now, I can see that.
Well, thank you very much.
The concept about having simple control where you're not using a computer to give instructions to model. There you can say, since it's a motor, you can have it go in two directions, either right or left. And you can program these sequences like a tape recorder, actually.
yes. I understand. So I can.
So if for example, we put this on, and let me see, this one, what is being connected here?
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm doing it directly, but if I choose saying, okay, I want to record this, I want the sequences to be, oh, help, it wasn't me, it to be stored here, and then so you can play, just like when you record something on a tape recorder, you push record, you can see it's blinking, so when I do this, and I say stop, then it is being stored in program number 1. So if I then say play, then it will execute the program that we just recorded.
Yeah. So he's repeating our movie.
Exactly. So this is about very simple control, but again, recording the instructions and then make it being used at some other point. But today it's much more relevant using the computer for giving such instructions via an interface.
Super computer.
Yeah, exactly. So these are just different models for illustrating this, for illustrating this simple control concept. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
That's taking care of that upstairs. This is.
Да, это на вес золота.
Shall I open it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have something?
No.
A very rare commodity.
Yeah. Это просто на вес золота. Это то, зачем там разные страны стоят в очереди, ждут это когда.
Лего. Ой.
Again, it's soft.
Алла Гусей.
You can bite in it. You don't get any toxic in your mouth.
Не остается следов, да? Ну, неизвестно, остаются ли следы, прокусить невозможно.
As you can see, we have eye elements.
Разные фигурки маленьких животных. Всячески развлекаться.
Ну вот здесь, так же, как и везде в последнее время, нет спецификации, что входит в набор.
Есть. Вот вы.
It says without description what it consists of, what kind of elements. But before, usually it was a page
where it was description that, well, you have this kind of brick, 6.
Okay, you have 6 of these and 4 of these. No.
4. And
And you can walk on Lego bricks now without hitting or hurting your feet. I don't know if you've tried to step on one of the Lego bricks with bare feet.
But here you can make a wall, and then you can take off your shoes. And come on. I think the phone is ringing outside, so you can make a path and then walk around on it without hurting your. And if somebody is throwing it and you get it in your head, you don't.
Totally.
You don't damage your head totally. So again, it's.
No. Okay. Good.
So
So we are like. It's for one of Moscow openings.
This is also the first time that we have a product in our assortment that you can take outside. Probably not in the weather that you have, but when you have beautiful summer weather here also, you can take these elements outside and use, and you can wash them in water to cleanse them.
Okay.
Okay.
But remember, everything
It's
stays in the
Yeah,
sun.
of course. If it stays outside in the sun, it will.
Нам здесь очень понравилось. Только где же? А кто забыли про еду?
Yeah.
Minuscule and capital ones.
Right.
Да, что такое? Ну, лучше погнать. Там такие прямые. So there is a script. I know one. Pragmatic.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe. And so it's without all this.
Yeah.
Right.
The K is like our K.
Hey.
Normal K, yes. This is not an H. No. Yeah, okay. But I'm only thinking about the look, the visual look of it.
Какой-то недоразвитый, конечно, да? Давай его подключим еще. Wow, yeah, oops, not that way, oops, not that way.
Yeah, it's not working. Yes.
Go downstairs. It's one thing for own integrated curriculum for elementary school. Language, math, and some moments we introduce the Lego bricks as this. I have not here.